Hey, Kiwi high school English teachers, here are six things that you could focus on more to cater for phase 4 of the curriculum. So pretty much it's business as usual. However, first thing, literary traditions and tropes are big. I tie those two in with genre. There's a freebie on the website. There's a YouTube clip, blah, blah, blah. And so that would be the first thing that I would focus on. The second thing is context. What was going on in the author's world at the time. So that ties in then to purpose and audience. Why do they want us to know about this? How are they trying to affect us? That kind of thing. So context. Third thing is features of text working together. So study them in isolation as you would normally first, but also look at how they work together. For example, characterization, settings, symbolism, and so on. How they work together to illustrate a main idea. The next thing, are we up to number 4? Okay, so the next two I've got back to do with writing. So the first thing is writing needs to be very well planned. It needs to be intentional. So you can do those statements of intent first and then scaffold them with some decent writing planning templates. For formal writing, essays and discursive and so on, I would get students to put their ideas, their thinking and evidence all in the plan, so really quite detailed. The next thing to do with writing is to really push that reviewing, so self and peer reviewing. So that's where your checklists come in handy, but also sentence starters to help them give feedback to peers. Have you considered that kind of thing? And then finally is the integrating of the text studies and the language studies. In other words, you're reading and you're writing, okay? So integrate them. We already do this. So if you are wanting students to do some persuasive writing, you might be studying some persuasive speeches to give them models of that writing. But really leverage that integration between the text studies and the language studies. I think that's it. I think that's my 6. Anyway, don't panic. Honestly, it's just, in my opinion, a few tweaks, but business as usual, man. If you know how to teach a text, if you know how to teach writing, just those few tweaks, you'll be sweet. All the best.